Good afternoon, what's up, America? You guys on my show I made recently. Yeah. Alright, is it time to start a pro hockey league? Yeah, it is. Well, I'm not going to choose being a pro hockey player over being a movie star. Come on, being a movie star is much cooler than being a pro hockey player. But you guys wouldn't care. Either way, yeah. Even if you chose to be a pro hockey player, we'd all watch it. That's still glory. Yeah, it's still amazing glory, but it's not the glory like a movie, like being a movie star, right? I know VJ dreams of being a movie star with me. That's your dream, obviously. Pop McDonald's, right? Yeah. What you got? I got 3 McDoubles and 2 pies and a smoothie. At McDonald's, right? A strawberry smoothie. Smoothies are good at McDonald's. Yeah. Yeah. Would we just support you? Yeah, she would. I want to start my own pro hockey league. Victoria Justice will support me, honestly. Which would tell me, Ivan, you're crazy. You'd rather be a pro hockey admin than be a movie star. I mean, I'm like, no, VJ. I want to be a movie star. That's my dream. Yeah. But she would support me. Yeah, and I'll just do my music. You can play your be a pro hockey player. I'll just do my music, Ivan. That's what she would tell me. Yeah. What are the napkins? They didn't give me napkins? Are you fucking kidding me? It's all good. So I really would support you. Yeah, she would. She would support me, obviously. Being a pro athlete is probably my second choice after movies. After being a movie star. But I'm going to choose being a movie star. When I talk about pro hockey league, I'm speaking hypothetically. I'm not going to start it. But it's tempting, obviously. Because being a pro hockey player is fucking cool. But it's risky because what if I'm not good? Yeah. The board of governors will tell me, yeah, even like, if you really want your league to make money, you have to be the face of the league. But to be the face of the league, you have to be a star player. If you're not a star player, you will not be the face of the league. Yeah, if you want to be featured in the magazines with all these star SHL athletes, you have to be a star player. Otherwise, yeah, it's glory, but Ivan's not scoring any goals. It's a bit boring, right? Yeah, you have to train for like 2-3 years. You have to hire some of the best trainers in the world, hockey trainers, to train you for like 3 years. It's crazy. And this movie's amazing. Yeah. I have to put like $13 billion of my money into the league. Yeah, it's a lot. lot of cost, man. Starting a pro hockey league is much more expensive than starting a film studio, right? To start a film studio, guys, with BJ, I only have to put like 350, 400 miles towards my studio lot. To start a pro hockey league, if you want to bear in the NHL, you have to put like $13 million of your money into the league. I'm probably going to make my 20, 25, 30, probably 40, even 50 billion off the book. 40 billion maybe I make off the book. It's enough money, but I forgot my minutes. That's why Carmen Davis and Degrassi Wolf like shit. Austin Matthews, Ovechkin. Yeah, man, you don't do that, man. If you start that broccoli, we're gonna feel like shit, man. We miss out on opportunity. We're all gonna wish they were born in a new generation. They were drafted in my league. Because my league is better than the NHL. Our competitive players win more money. What they make in the NHL, right? Sidney Crosby only peaked at like $12 million for his contract, for his salary. Carmen David peaked at 13.5 because the NHL doesn't, even though that's a lot of money, the NHL doesn't have the pockets that like the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL have. The NHL is the least biggest of the big four. It's ranked number 4 for the big four pro leagues. NHL is number 4. Even though it makes billions, it doesn't make the money that the NHL and that the NBA and the NFL make. That's what I'm saying. Why? Because hockey's not that popular in the States. Yeah. As the bulk of the NHL's revenue comes from the Canadian teams. Because the NHL is Canada's sport. Hockey's Canada's sport. NHL is very popular in Canada. It's pretty popular in the States, but it's not as popular as like the NFL and the NBA and the MLB. You guys can say, huh? Yeah. Sidney Crosby peaked at $12 million in the NHL. That's a lot of money, but like he's worth more. He's worth a bit more than that, but the league can't afford to pay him more money, right? Because the NHL doesn't have the pockets that the other leagues have. Like highest paid players in the NFL, NBA, they make like their 30 plus million. NFL, they peak at like $16, $17 million as the highest paid players in the league. Because they don't have as deep of pockets. They have deep pockets, but their pockets are not as deep as the other pro leagues, right? Because it doesn't generate as much money in the NHL compared to the other leagues, right? That's my point. As I guarantee you, Connor McDavid's agent, Sidney Crosby's agent, they pushed for like a 17, 18, $20 million salary. I guarantee they did. But the GM said, no, we can't afford to pay you that because we don't have enough money we don't have enough cap space to pay you that, guys. Because other star players have to get paid too. NHL, they only have about an $89 million salary cap. So if you pay a player $20 million, you're draining a lot of the cap. You don't have room to pay the other star players. Yeah, sorry guys, we can't afford to pay you more than this. This is how much we can afford to pay you. A lot of money, but the SHL's boy, the NHL the water, right? That's my point right now. You're right. What if you're not good? Yeah, that's the risk, obviously. What if I'm not good? But I will be good. I have the genes, man. If I train for like 3 years, hire the best hockey trainers to train me, I'll be an amazing player. I have the genes to be successful in this world, right? I have the God gene, obviously. Yeah. Well, if we just support you, actually, well, yeah, Ivan, you can do your pro hockey thing. I'll just do music. I'll go touring for my albums and I'll do music. My album. That's what Vijay will tell me. Yeah, I'll just do my music, Ivan. You can be a pro hockey. That's what Vijay will tell me. If I choose to start the SHL Pro Hockey League. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. The board guys are asking me, how many teams do you want? I want 25 teams for the league. I want a 32. Nah, guys, I don't feel like blowing like 18 billion on my money, man. It's not, like $13 billion is not my money. I don't want to blow any more of my money. 25 teams is good enough for the league, right? 13 teams in Canada, 12 teams in the States. Yeah. That's how it works, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you want a $200 million salary cap per team. That's billions of dollars. Building $300 million arenas. That's billions of dollars. You have to buy flights, the chartered flights for each team. Each team has a chartered like $35 million jet that can fit like 20 something people right now. Yeah. That's how it works. They ain't give me napkins. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, hypothetically speaking, if you were to start the SHL Pro Hockey League, yeah, the first people you have to hire is a board. You have to hire a board of governors who are going to run your league. Because for every pro sport league, they have board of governors who oversee the league. Obviously, you have to have a board of governors. You have to pay those guys their millions too. It costs us money, right? Yeah, and I'll be in the meetings with VJ with the board of governors for my SHL Pro Hockey League. And if I hit about, yeah, Ivan, your league's going to blow the NHL out of the water. If you want to get the best talent, you have to draft the best junior players in Canada and the States. So you're not competing. Yeah, I'm not competing with the NHL. The SHL scouts are competing with the NHL scouts. Now, as NHL is number one in the world, but my SHL Pro Hockey will be number one, and NHL is number two. Yeah. And my league will beat the NFL in revenue. NFL does about 20 billion a season in revenue. The NFL. And NBA and MLB do like 13 billion around there, and the NHL does like 7 billion in revenue around there, right? Yeah. Ivan, what if you start the SHL but you don't play in the league? If I start the SHL Pro Hockey League but I don't play in the league will do probably NFL money. 18, 20 billion around there. But if I pay in the league, the revenue will go up to maybe 60 billion, something crazy. 60 billion, 70 billion a year in revenue. Something crazy. If I play in the league, I'm going to face the league with the other star players. If I don't play, the league will still make a lot of money, but it won't do as much as. It'll do probably around the same amount of money as the NFL. 20 billion in revenue on there? Because I know Ivan owns the league, but if I play in the league, that's when the revenue skyrockets. Because I'm fucking powerful and I'm God, and I'm special. I have the keys, man. Oh, watch that, man. Watch my games right now. If you start an SHL Hockey League, will the NHL players panic? Oh yeah, they would. They would panic, obviously. They're worried about their own careers. Like as if no one will care about their league anymore. Yeah, the NHL will have a panic, obviously. If I start the league, right? Yeah, we can't compete with Ivan as SHL. Ivan is a fucking bank. He made billions off his book. He can easily start a Pro Hockey League better than the fucking NHL. Yeah, I can start a Pro Hockey League better than games NHL, man. I don't know. Will David Crosby, Ovechkin, Austin Matthews be crushed? Oh yeah, they're gonna be crushed. Because it finally hit the mind that we missed out on this opportunity. I wish I was younger. I was born in this generation. I was drafted in the Ivan's League. I got the legend in this league over the fucking game he was NHL. Bro. You gotta pay a lot of money, right? Emma. Yeah. Alright, they'll be crushed, those players. Oh yeah, they will. They'll be crushed, yeah. Yeah, man, Ivan's SHL league is better than the fucking NHL. He has better facilities, better training programs. He can pay the players way more than what we ever made in the NHL. Yeah. Sidney Crosby peaked at 12 in the NHL. Carl David only peaked at 13.5, I think, 13 million. Whereas for my league, they would have made their $30+ million at least, right? $40 million per season. And they lower it as seasons go by, right? Because hypothetically speaking, if I did start that Pro Hockey League, I will tell the the board of governors to tell the GMs, I recommend you don't pay a player $40+ million unless the guy is generational talent. Like Carmen Davis and Crosby, you can pay those guys their $40+ million. If the guy is a star, but he's not a generational talent, don't pay him any more than maybe 35, man. You don't want to drain your budget. But to have more room to pay other players who come up in the league, you have to reduce their amount. Like they get 35 million for maybe 2 years. And after that, you lower it down to maybe 27. You lower it down to maybe 23, 24. That way you have more room to pay upcoming draft SHL players. We have more room to pay the draft picks. As most first round draft picks start around like $2-3 million a season in the NHL. And if they kill the league, their second contract is the big one. That's how it works in the NHL, right? First contract, they get like 3 million, 2.5, and then if they're star players, their next contract is huge. They sound like they're $100+ million deal in the NHL. That's how it works, right? They get their 10, 11, 9, 12, 13. Yeah, Ovechkin peaked at 14 million in the NHL. Ovechkin even made more than Sidney Crosby in the NHL. Ovechkin made his 14 million this season. Crosby made his 12. Crosby peaked at 12. Ovechkin peaked, I think, at 14. And the highest paid player, I think, is Austin Matthews. He makes like his 16 to 17 million. NHL peaks at about 17 million salary for a star player. That's a lot of money, but like the SHL blows out the wire. He needs to pay the players more. The players need to make more for my league, right? Yeah. And I'm giving them league revenue. League revenue, but don't go any higher than 20 million for the league revenue. I recommend don't go any higher than 10 unless the guy's generational talent. The guy's really, really good. The guy's a star talent, but he's not a generational talent. I recommend don't go any higher than 10 million for the league revenue. You don't want these guys duping you guys. I'm not gonna have these guys dupe me. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So the first people, Ivan, if you do want to have this Pro Hockey League, here's the thing though. If I'm king when I'm 50, I might just start the Pro Hockey League. Maybe play for 30 years, and after that, I'll do movies with VJ. Because all my plans got fucked, right? If I told you at 50, I'll look like I'm like a 33-year-old person. I can play for like 30 years. Even when I'm in my 50s, 60s, 70s, I'm ageless. I can play for as long as I want, right? That's why for Sidney Crosby and Carmen and those guys, it's too late for those guys. They're already like, Sidney Crosby's pushing the age of retirement. Ovechkin, Austin Matthews, and McDavid are like in their late 20s. By the time I start the SHL Pro Hockey League, if I do hypothetically speaking, they're going to be like in the retirement age. It's too late for those guys. The only thing they can do is hopefully coach in my league or be a GM or something or a sport anchor, but they can't play in my league anymore, right? That's why they're going to be crushed. Yeah, I wish I could play in this league over the fucking gatekeepers of the NHL. I have the NHL blows the NHL away. Yeah, blows up the water. I can pay the players more money, man. Yeah. Ivan, is you being a pro hockey glory? Oh yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's almost as good as movies, but movies is better. But me being a pro hockey player and I'm a star player is glory too, man. The fans are gonna love me, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. The first people I have to hire is a board of governor team that are gonna run the league. And those guys have to get paid. You have to pay those guys, I don't know, their $10, $12 million salary. They're costing me a lot of money. And the board of governors are going to walk me through everything I have to do. Okay, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards the league? Like, yeah, I'm putting $13.5 million of my money into the league. Okay, the first thing you have to do, Ivan, is you have to build all the arenas. How many teams do you want? I want 25 teams, 13 teams in Canada, 12 teams in the States. You have to build all those 25 hockey arenas in Canada and the States. How much money do you want to put towards, Ivan? Put $300 million towards each of the stadiums. Sorry, each of the arenas. Ivan, that's better like facilities in the NHL, I know. Practice facility and the main arena facility. Do that. Obviously. Yeah, Ivan, how much do you want to put towards the cap per team? Put $200 million per team for the cap. That way you can pay the players more than what they make in the NHL. I'm not putting any more than $200 million. That's really a lot of my money, man. $200 million is enough for the cap to pay the players a good salary. Like the star players make like their 20 plus million. 18 plus million they can make 18. Some star players will make 18, some 24, 25, 27, 30. In a rare case, generational talent, they make 40 plus million, 35 plus million, 30 plus million. Obviously. I'm going to tell the board of governors, tell the GMs do not go any higher than 50 million for a player. Otherwise, you're being stupid with your money and you're going to drain the cap. You won't have room to pay the other star players. Because each NHL team has a good like 3-4 star players who have to get paid a lot of money. So you can't be stupid with your cap, right? And don't pay a player 40 plus million unless the guy is generational talent like Austin Matthews, Sidney Crosby, McDavid, and Ovechkin, and all those guys. The guys are star talent, but they're not generational talent like Malkin. Malkin is a star talent, but he's a star player, but he's not generational talent. but he's an amazing player. Those guys, obviously, I recommend don't go any higher than like 30 million for those guys, man. 28 million. Otherwise, they're kind of duping you. You gotta be careful about your cap, right? Well, I mean, you're putting a $200 million cap towards each of your teams. Each of the teams, I'm like, yeah, he's holy shit, man. Your company blows the NHL. Well, the NHL only has like a $9 million budget, Ivan, for the cap. It's more than double the NHL's budget. I know. You can pay your players a lot more money. Yeah, I'm giving the star players league revenue. Only the star players get league revenue, guys. Don't give average players and good players revenue. They're not worth that. Only star players get that. The other players don't get the league revenue. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna have those guys do me. Yeah. That's why Ovechkin, Austin Matthews, Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, if I do start that pro hockey, they're gonna feel like shit. Like they missed out on opportunity being a world famous athlete. The players playing in my league will be more famous than LeBron James, all these guys now in my league. Or just as famous, right? They're gonna be famous players. They're playing in the league with Ivan. Especially the players on my team. They're gonna be the most famous, obviously. Yeah. But the world will tell me, all right, if you want this league to generate like tens of billions, you have to play in the league, Ivan. You got to be the star face of the league. You know how Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, McDavid are like and Austin Matthews are the face of the league and everything? Yeah, if you want to be the face of the league, you have to be a star player. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do like 3 years. It'll take a good maybe 3-4 years to start the league. Because they have to, the construction crew would have to build all the arenas all over Canada and the States. That takes time. So during that time, I'll be hiring the best hockey coaches to train me. But it's risky. What if I'm not good? That's the thing, though, right? Yeah. But the best way to know how good you are, you have to play with the best of the best, Ivan. Like, train and practice with the best of the best. And that's how you know how good you are against the best players in the world, right? For hockey. Yeah. Ivan, you want chartered flights? Yeah, I want each team to have chartered flights for the team. I can purchase a good like $35 million chartered flights. I can fit like 20-some people in the plane. Each team, you have to purchase a chartered flight for each team. That's like $750 million in cost. The $200 million salary cap in the arenas is billions in costs. Like a couple billion in costs. It's expensive. You also have to hire presidents, GMs, and coaches. That's not paid through the $200 million salary cap. That's not a part of it, right? You have to pay the equipment managers. You have to hire a press team for each team. A good 15-20 team press team to interview all the players, write down the news and everything. And you also have the main press for the SHL website. You have to hire play-by-play guys to do the game, play-by-play game for all your games, and color commentators who comment on the plays, sport anchors, all that stuff. It's a lot of work, man. People who keep track of stats and everything. It's a lot of work. Photographers who take pictures during the game and everything. It's a lot of cost, man. I guaranteed a lot of play-by-play guys who work in the NHL are going to leave the NHL to work for my league. I can pay them more. Those guys probably make like $200K a year as play-by-play guys. Those guys right in the NHL, I can pay them like a $350,000 salary. I'm not going to go any higher than like $400K for those guys. If they want more, I'm like, no, guys, I'm not paying you more than $400K. You're not worth any more than this, man. You're play-by-play guys. This is enough. You don't make this. Here they go. Oh, yeah. And man, that McDonald's was good. Amazing. Yeah. Lots of smoke. Yeah. Yeah, why are you putting $300 million towards the arenas? That way I can build amazing facilities. I want a practice facility and the main facility where the players play the game. That's how it works. And also a press conference room where the team press will interview the players. And they write down the news on the site and everything. All the news. You have the SHL news and everything, right? They write down the news when they interview the players. Yeah. A lot of cost, man. It's crazy. And you guys have full power over the running the league. I own the league. The money goes to me, but I'm giving you guys, the board of governors, the power to do what you want to do for the league. But you don't have to worry because I have the keys. This league will make billions, guys. I have the keys. You don't have to worry. Like the only source of income I have is the merchandise, ticket concessions, merchandise, and ticket holders, season ticket holders, and the online. People who pay for the subscription stuff for the online. That's the only source of income I have. Is I didn't sell the gates. I can't. SHL won't have any sponsors because the gates own all that, right? There is no sponsors for the SHL, but because I have the keys, the league will make its billions, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, but Ivan, you got to be the face of the league. I know. You got to be a good player. Yeah, you got to really train, Ivan. Train. Yeah, hire the best hockey guys to train you, Ivan. Or you can compete with the best of the best on the ice. Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. Will you be trending too during your as a pro hockey player? Of course I will. I'll be trending with all my stars. The star players will be trending with me, obviously, right? They're living the life, man. After we do the game, we all go to the club, we party up and everything. It's all trending, man. It's crazy. Living the life live too as a pro hockey player, right? And the other players, the other teams are living life too because they're part of my league, right? And they're fucking world famous and the fans love them. Way more famous than the NHL athletes, right? That's why City Crosby call them Dave. We're gonna feel like shit, man. Alveshin, yeah, Ivan, man. If you do that, you're gonna crush us, man. You miss out on opportunity. Yeah, we go to zero, don't you? Because those guys know they would have made so much money in my league, right? Those guys probably would have made their $30+ million a year for my league at least, right? They don't make that in NHL. They make like their 14, 12, 13 in the NHL. Yeah. But I'm going to tell the board of governors, look, man, whenever you sign a star player, make sure you balance out his contract. Don't pay a star player like $40 million every year for like 10 years. You're going to drain the cap. You have to balance it. 2 years, he gets like $40 million. And after that, you bring it down to maybe 34, 33. Then you bring it down to maybe 27. And you bring it down to maybe 20. That way you have more room to pay the upcoming draft picks and more star players in the league. That's how you do it. That way you have more room to pay other star players. You have to do that. Okay, guys, you say, yeah, tell the GMs that. I'm going to tell the board of governors to tell the GMs that if I start that league, guys, Sarah. If I were to start that league right, yeah. But for McDavid and Sidney Crosby, it's too late for those guys, man. Don't hit me, guys. I'm saying it's too late for you guys. And it's your fault, man. If I do start that Pro Hockey League, you get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys miss out on the opportunity. You get what you deserve. Like, I don't hate me saying, yeah. Yeah. Because McDavid, Ovechkin, Crosby, and Austin Matthews would have signed mega deals for my league. Those guys in the easy bargain for $30+ million a season. And like 18, 17 million of league revenue, 15 million of league revenue, man. It's a lot of money. They don't make that in the NHL. I don't know. Why are you giving the star players league revenue? They're not worth it. Yeah, I know they're not worth it, but it doesn't hurt to give the star players league revenue. That way they get paper money. Considering, Ivan, you're making your billions off the league. Because some players will be a bit envious, obviously. Yeah, like, we're making a lot of money. We're not making the money Ivan's making. Ivan owns the fucking league. He's making his fucking billions, man. I'm like, yeah, if you don't like what I'm paying you, go play the NHL and make money, guys. Don't hit me, guys. I'm saying, yeah, you're not worth any more than this. So they go. I'm not gonna fucking pay you like $100 million a year. You guys are not worth that. You fucking crazy? Yeah. $50 million is even too much. I would tell the league, don't go any higher than $40 million for a star player. $50 million is just too much. You're draining a lot of your cap. You won't have as much room to pay other star players. You have to be smart. I recommend don't go any higher than $40 million for a player. Or you can go up to $50 million, but the guy has to be rare talent, like Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, and McDavid in the league. Got some Sarah? That's why they're gonna feel like shit, obviously. Because we missed out on an opportunity, and we missed out on all that money, man. We made a boatload of money in the NHL, but it's not the money that the SHL athletes are getting paid, and they're fucking real famous, man. The whole world's like tuning into that, man. Because we're the side tent. We're playing the gatekeepers in the NHL. Yeah, they feel like shit. Those guys, all those pro athletes or hockey athletes, right? Yeah, they feel like shit. So Ivan, I want you guys to create updated SHL skates, sticks, upgrade the nets, upgrade the ice, have better training programs off the ice and on the ice for the players. That way you get better performance on the field. Sponsor them with amazing protein shakes and SHL Under Armour. All that stuff is sponsored for them. All that stuff. You want magazines, Ivan? Yeah, but only the star players get featured on the magazines, guys. And the magazines I will also sell to the public for them to purchase the magazines. And you can pay the players for that too. The players get a couple $100,000 for the magazine shoots and the commercial. I'll do commercials, but only the star players get featured on the commercials and the magazines. The good players and average players are not featured on that. That's why the board of guards will tell me, yeah, even like if you want to be like featured in the magazines with all these star players on your team and all these other star players in the league, SHL league, you have to be an amazing player. You got to be a star player. If you want to be featured on the magazines and everything, and then everyone talks about you and all the other players, you have to be a star player, right? If you're not a star player, no one's going to talk about you, right? Yeah, that's the thing, though. You have to be a star player, right? That's why it's a little bit risky. Yeah. Region would support me, though. I know my dream is being moved to Region, but hypothetically speaking, if I did start that Pro Hockey League, Victoria Justice would support me. Yeah, Ivan, you can do your Pro Hockey thing. I'll just do music, Ivan. I'll do music, make my album, I'll tour for my album, and you can do your hockey thing, Ivan. If you want. That's what you would tell me, obviously. Yeah. Got some Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. Well, the NFL and NBA athletes feel like shit. Oh yeah, they will too because they're a side tension too. But the people who are really feel like shit are the NHL athletes because it's a pro hockey league, right? So the NHL athletes are the ones who are really gonna feel it. They feel like they missed out. Whereas the NFL and NBA athletes are not hockey players, they're basketball and football players. But even they feel like shit a little bit because the NFL is no longer number one. It's the side attention. The SHL is number one. The SHL will blow the NFL out of water with facilities and all that stuff. Even payments too. Yeah. As Patrick Mahomes makes, I think, $50 million a year, but he doesn't get league revenue. For my company, SHL Hockey League, the athletes get paid like 25, 20, $30 million. I also give them league revenue. Because the NFL, the athletes don't get league revenue. They just get their salary and their bonuses and all that stuff. Yeah. Ivan, can the SHL athletes get bonuses? Yes, they can, but the bonus that they get is a part of their deal. It's a part of the cap. It's a part of their deal. So you can pay a player 20 million a season, and then he gets a 10 million signing bonus. You can do that. Split up his contract, obviously. Pay a player a 15 million bonus. You pay him 25 million. That's 40 million contracts. You can also have milestones, contingencies with the contract. You want to make your $4 million, you have to hit the milestones, like 100 plus points, clinching divisional playoffs, and like scoring 50 goals, getting that award. They hit those milestones, they get the money. You can do that, but it's part of the cap and their contract. Where you don't drain the cap, obviously. You have to be smart with your money, right? The GMs, obviously, for the SHL. Yeah. Will there be sport anchors talking and everything like the NFL and NHL? Yeah, there is, but it's online. It's not on TV. I don't sell to the gates. So it's online, but the quality is just as good as if you're watching on TV because it's online with. I'm gonna have professional cameras and everything that film the sport anchors and everything. Can we update the cameras for the games? Yeah, we can do that. You want 4K, Ivan? Yeah, put 4K cameras for each game. That way you get a better experience when you watch the games. And update the speakers. That way you surround sound speakers. That way you get a better experience. Yeah, we can do that. We're like, holy shit, Ivan, the NHL can't afford this, Ivan. The SHL will blow the NHL water, I know. SHL will blow the NHL water. Go. Blow it out of the water, man. Yeah, man. That's a combination you guys are gonna feel like shit. Yo, man, if you do that, man, you're gonna crush us, man. We missed out on opportunity. Yeah, I know. They missed out. They would have been star players in my league, too. But they would have been legends in my league, too, obviously, right? Duh. Wayne Gretzky, Lemieux, and all them would have been legends in my league, too. But they're all born in a different generation. And they're gonna feel like shit, those guys. All the NHL legends are gonna feel like shit, like they missed out. Because Ivan's league is better than the NHL. It's better than the NHL. It's better than the NHL. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but why would the NHL athletes feel like shit? Because, like, these are the reasons. The SHL is better than the NHL. I can pay the players more money. Don't forget that. Obviously, and these athletes playing in my league are because they're playing with Ivan, they're world famous, way more famous than even they are in the NHL. And they're saved that these NHL athletes are left behind, and they know I can pay them way more money, and I have better training programs and everything for them. And the SHL is better than the NHL, so they feel like shit. Yeah, even though we're legends in the second best league in the world. The SHL is number one, so you feel like they miss out on the opportunity. So they feel like shit, obviously. And they know they would have made a lot more money working in my league than they would in the NHL. So that's why I feel like shit, man. Yeah, but I wish I was born in like 20 fucking like 10 or something like that. And I got drafted in the SHL and I was a fucking legend in that league. Instead of the gatekeepers in NHL. Yeah. Yeah, man. Holy shit. Yeah. The only thing they can do now is hopefully get a job in the league as a sport anchor or maybe a coach or a GM. But I mean, they have a lot of competition. Chances are the presidents are going to hire GMs who have experience, not players who don't have any GM experience. They don't have front office experience, obviously. Because for GMs, you got to really know your shit, man. You have to, when you trade players, when you renew their contracts, all that stuff. When you draft players, You have to kind of have that experience. Obviously, these athletes don't have that experience. They don't have coaching experience either. So it'll be tough for them to get a job in my league. Chances are that the GMs and presidents are going to choose people who have experience in that field in the NHL or something like that. You guys from Sarah? Yeah. Finally hit the board of governors' mind. Holy shit, man. Ivan, your SHL league's gonna blow the NHL out of the water, Ivan. This is the NHL on steroids, Ivan. Yeah, you're gonna have better broadcasting quality for your games. Yeah, I'm gonna get 4K cameras, man, for the broadcast. Now we get a better technology for the experience for the games, man. Upgrade the sound when the players slap the puck. When they move with the puck, you hear a bit more of the noise. It's surround sound experience, better experience, obviously, for the people watching. Yeah, holy shit, Ivan, man. Your NHL league's gonna blow the NHL water. Yeah, it will. It'll blow the NHL water. My league, right? Yeah. But I have to train every offseason, right? I want to have a consistent performance. I have to train every offseason. How many games? I have 82 games, like the NHL. The same amount of games is the same format as the NHL guys for the playoffs, for the games. Play 82 games, and that's it. That's enough, obviously. Yeah. Well, Ivan, man, you gotta train, man, if you want to be the face of the league. I know. I have to train. I have to play with the best players. That's how I know how good I am against the best players. I have to train, obviously. Yeah. Well, I have the genes, man. I have the genes to be amazing, obviously. Yeah, you got some balls to say you have higher potential than Sidney Crosby and McDavid. I do, because I have the genes of God. Doesn't mean I'll pick out their level. I highly doubt I'll ever pick out their level. I won't pick out their level, but I have higher potential than those guys. Because I have the genes they don't have. I have the God gene, man. God's my fucking father. I have the genes of God, right? Yeah, I have higher potential than both those guys. Ovechkin, all those guys, I have higher potential than all those guys. But it doesn't mean I'll pick out their level. That's my point, right? I don't think I will. But I have higher potential than all those guys. Because I have the genes they don't have, right? Those guys were born from what? Normal people. I'm born straight from the hand of God, man. I'm the imprint of fucking God in the flesh. I have the genes, man. Yeah. I have a higher potential, obviously. Those guys. As you guys saw my hockey videos, were you pretty impressed with that? Yeah, that's not bad, man. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's me with no training, guys. I'm saying no training. Yeah. I showed you my book Zane. My book Zane is unique, better than all these other authors. I'm saying my rapping, I have potential with my rapping to be great too, because I have the genes, man. I have the genes. There we go. Oh, yeah. But it doesn't mean I'll pick out their level though. I'm not gonna be cocky as we bury them. No, I have a higher potentials, guys, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna peak at their level, right? I probably won't. I most likely won't peak at their level. My goal is just to be a star player, but I don't think I'll ever peak at their level. Because the stuff that Connor McDavid and Ovechkin and Austin Matthews and Sidney Crosby do is not normal. I don't know how the fuck they do that. I can never do that. That's some Sarah. Or maybe I could, but I highly doubt it. Okay, that's my point right now. Yeah, man. Is it technically a league item? Oh, yeah, it is. There's a part of me that wants to just say, you know what? Should I just be a pro hockey player instead of being a fucking movie star? I don't know. It's tempting, man. But VJ will think I'm crazy. You're crazy. You'd rather be a pro hockey player than a movie star? No, VJ. Being a movie star is my dream with you, but it is tempting to say that pro hockey league. I'm just saying, right? Yeah. I told you, for Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and all those guys, it's too late for those guys, right? Oh, hey, guys, I'm saying, yeah, it's too late for you guys. You guys can't play in my league. You can perhaps get a job in my league, but you can't play, as they're going to be retired by the time I start the league. If I start the league, right, in like 10 years from now, when I start that pro hockey league, it's too late for those guys. They miss on the opportunity. It's too late. There you go. Don't hate them, yeah. Ivan, what's your strength in hockey? Stick handling. Stick handling is my strength in hockey. Obviously, where shooting, I'm not the greatest. I have to work on that. But I told you, if you have the best hockey trainers train you, Ivan, for like 3 years straight, like you do your off-ice training, your on-ice training, and you play with the best players, and you're doing pretty good against them, that's how you get familiar with the game, and that's how you become an amazing player in your league, Ivan. Because the board of guards will tell me, if you want this league to make billions, you have to be the face of the league with these other star players. Especially you, Ivan. That's why you have to train, Ivan. That way you can be a star player in your league. Got some Sarah? Yeah. That's why you have to train, Ivan. Yeah, man. So I have the league profits go to you. Of course it does. I'm the one who paid to start the league. The league revenue goes to me. The profits go to me. I don't know, 30 billion in profit goes to me. But I have to put billions back into the league for the league to survive, obviously. So the league makes 30 billion in profit. Give me 17 billion, put 13 billion back into the league. That way each team has an operating budget for each season. Like a $500 million operating budget for each season. To pay the bills and pay the players, the $200 million salary cap, it's enough money to pay everyone, right? I have to do that obviously every season. Put money back into the league. That way it's in a healthy position, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 13 billion is more than enough money to keep the league afloat. Yeah, more than enough money. Each team has an operating budget for that season of like $450, $500 million. NHL probably has a 40, $50 million operating budget for each team around there, right? The NHL, right? For each season, something like that, right? 16 million budget around there. NHL has. Whereas NFL probably has about 80 to 100. NBA probably 70 million a season operating budget for each team. For my league, it's like 400 million operating budget, something crazy for each of the teams, 25 teams. You have to put money back in the league to keep it afloat, right? Otherwise, the league can't pay their bills. Can't pay the bills, right? You have to pay the bills, man. That's how it works. Yeah. Will you do competitions on stuff? No, not for my league. I think that's just a waste of time, right? I'm not going to do competitions like they do in the NHL. Like the All-Star competitions, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I find it's a waste of time. That I don't know how to have in my league. No, guys, I don't want to do competitions for my league. It's just a waste of time and money. There's no point in doing that. Try some Sarah. Yeah. Do you want Team Canada versus Team USA? Also, yeah, you can do the Olympics, the nation face off. We can do that, but I'm not going to do like competition, all-star competition. It's a waste of time. It's pointless to do that, right? That's my point, right? Yeah. 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 Oh, if you're really gonna have 4K cameras, yeah, I'm gonna tell the guys I want cameras better than the NHL. Okay, you want like 4K technology? Yeah, 4K technology cameras. Well, you get better experience for the game, and put speakers on the cameras too. That way, whenever the players like play with the puck and everything, and they shoot the puck, you get more. You hear the noise louder. That way, you have a better experience for the broadcasting games. Looking at something crazy, and you hear the fans roaring more in the games too, because I have speakers on the cameras. That way, you get an unheard of experience for the games. Yeah. If you want the best players playing in league, Ivan, you have to now draft the best players around the world, obviously. The junior players in Canada, the NCAA players in the States, and players in Europe. So SHL is not competing with the NHL with the scouts. But all the agents are going to tell the players, yeah, play in Ivan's SHL, it blows the NHL water. So SHL is now competing with the NHL, obviously. As if I do start that Pro Hockey League, the NHL will go into a panic. Obviously, they're going to be worried about their league. Less people will be interested in their games and everything, whereas more people are interested in Ivan's SHL games. Yes, more people will be tuning into my games over the NHL, obviously. But the NHL will still have fans watching, but the fans are more interested in my SHL, obviously. My SHL league. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, yeah. I was listening to Crossing Harmony and like shit, obviously. After that, speaking right out of that league, yeah, they're like shit. Oh, man, don't do that, man. You do that, you're going to crush us, man. You missed on opportunity. Yeah, they did. They missed on the opportunity, man. Yeah, it's too late for those guys, right? They're born at a different time, right? Yeah. Yeah, we already had our time in the NHL, but like the NHL is not the best league anymore. The SHL is better than the NHL. Yeah, it's better than the NHL. And the players are making way more money than what we ever made in the NHL. Yeah, the players make way more money than what they ever made in the NHL. Those guys. That's why the SHL will blow the NHL out of the water. Anyways, guys, this is it for our guys on the show. It's Aaron saying peace. Hope you guys enjoyed my SHL Pro Hockey League video. Peace out, guys. Don't have any NHL players. Peace out.